Your service.
She was his cousin.
Family throughout my life.
I'm sure you have.
Like, I'm talking one of your uncles, like, had his legs.